Hey everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Lost World Prehistoric Kingdom build. Today, we're going to build the Nasutoceratops bridge. I call this habitat. It's going to be a habitat, but I call it bridge because it is going to feature a land bridge that goes over the guest path, the walkway, and is actually going to lead into our center water volume, in which we have the lovely little weenie thing, which is kind of the, what is this even? It's the, how's that called? Caravan. That's the trailer. My god, I just forgot their name. So, first things first, I am sorry for some voice issues during this episode. I kind of tried to record that a couple of times now with cutting out cuffs and stuff like that, but honestly, this all sounded so weird because I always started over and over again, and now you just have to live with that. The problem is the pollen allergy kicks in like crazy right now. I'm not sounding as nosy as usual, that's because of a medic, but still the voice is very, how do you say that, like dry, and your throat is very dry all the time, so it's very hard to speak on for such a long time, even though 10 minutes not like that long, but still, because you're speaking without a break and you can't really take a second, so to say, to, get that little just oomph, whatever. Anyways, whatever you're talking about. Let's talk about what you're seeing on screen. And this is, again, a little restaurant area. As already said in the last episode, I'm going to have this area meant to be like a little restaurant area. I figured one thing, though, that the facilities in-game are not like raisable. You can't raise them above ground, which is a tiny bit of an issue because I planned this whole build to be a raised area with a raised restaurant. I mean, surely I could have done this by putting a little solid kind of concrete, no, not concrete, but terrain below it. But then I figured, oh, they're actually too big anyways. And so I ended up incorporating the information kiosk as if this was a little restaurant in here. I ended up doing it differently though. I might just put some tables and stuff, like dining tables in. I didn't do this as of now because baby didn't let me. It's been quite a scattered episode, not gonna lie. This has been created over the course of the last entire week. Whenever I had a spare minute, I put some time in it, and I think it's like the entire build took me like 3 hours, but I only have, I think, 1.5 hours of time lapse, or like footage, and the last couple of stuff is all basically deleted. I had some crashes though, and I had also some issues with the baby. Didn't want to sleep, so I ended early on and stuff like that. So, priorities, I guess I should say. Anyhow, so let's talk about this build a little bit more in detail. So what you see is basically a very modern-esque build with different layers in which you can go up and down. We have a small little viewing gallery here to the left-hand side, which is still facing into our Canadian lagoon for the Lumberosaurus, I guess it's in there. Yeah, that's a Lumberosaurus. Even though there's some rocks in front of it, I will definitely delete these rocks because they basically take away the sight or like the view of the guest towards this area. But then again, it still looks pretty nice indeed when you go down there, and then you have like a lovely little view. And then to the other hand side, you have this big old terrace that gives you the view inside the main habitat, which will be the Nasutoceratops habitat. So that's gonna be kind of cool. And then we have like a little modern bench feature over here tucked into the corners. I'm gonna use it a couple more times, as you can see over here. And this entire thing was quite challenging to build, not gonna lie. It's been a little bit of a challenge to make this work. And I think one of the biggest complaints I have about the building system right now is, and I hope this is gonna be valuable feedback. I think it is mainly because of it being an alpha and not like working enough. So the align to surface tool, for me at least, is basically not working. Sometimes randomly it does work, but then again it just only aligns to grid pieces. But as soon as you manipulate a grid piece, it basically doesn't align to that angle anymore, and so it's really a hard time figuring out to have the pieces to the exact same area. While in Planet Zoo, for example, or Planet Coaster, when you do actually copy a piece from the origin of another piece, you can change that piece, that dedicated piece. So let's say you have a pillar and you want to copy that pillar from the location, and you drag it over. Then you click in the menu, for example, from a concrete pillar to a wooden pillar, it would remain in the exact position, and so you can always have it on the exact axis you want to have it. This is not working in here, and so hence it doesn't really work exactly the way. And it's kind of a little bit of a pity. As you can see over here, I always needed to realign these pillars, which again is a little bit of a stretch. You can overcome this problem if you keep your builds on the grid as long as possible. I tend to forget that, and I just build completely free because I love it a lot more. And then, I forget this, and once you build on grid again, it basically has a different orientation, and it's kind of a little bit naughty. So I tend to forget about this every now and then. You can overcome this problem, as I said, but it's not like, super smooth and convenient. It's not like how it should be, and so maybe this can be fixed. But anything else, like the rest of the building toolbox is already pretty amazing. I will say though, this is mainly the focus of this build was to test out, have all the dinosaurs in, and just get some cool stuff in, like the what we did with the Tyrannosaurus Rex habitat, and what we also did with the latest episode with the wooden bridge. So kind of try some different themes and so on. However, I would have loved to have some more time at hand to test these pieces, to go a bit more into a different kind of theme. As of now, this drags you into the direction of a modern-esque theme. This building over here is really reminiscent of Jurassic World kind of style. Very much using a lot of concrete, features wood, having some dynamics with some rounded shapes in it, but then again, not having too much filled in areas. Most likely it's just open, very plain, very nice, very spacious and stuff. But I would have loved to just test some more stuff, just like with the Canadian bit for the Lumberosaurus with the little build. There's potential in there, and I would love to challenge this a little bit more in the future, even though, and this is one thing I want to hear your opinion on. So it's, how do I put this? In a zoo, for example, if you take Paradisa or other zoos, they start to use theming a lot more nowadays. They make it not only great for the viewers and for the guests, it also is great for the animals in a sense. I'm not saying that the tiger loves the Bengal temple or whatever more than a nice cave. I think it's incorporating some enrichment into the design and making this better for the animals and more challenging is always better for the enrichment of the animals. However, it makes sense because then the guests have a bit more of a greater experience, and it almost becomes a little bit like a theme park. And as much as I love that, I am a little bit not worried, but I am confused if this works for a zoo game as well. Like, don't get me wrong, it's for a prehistoric zoo. If I should, I'm a little bit like, I don't really know what kind of themes could work. Having the Jurassic Park as an example, or Jurassic World, is always like kind of the same modern-ass concrete design. Having some Bauhaus, some flat design, these kind of things going into this, and very modern-esque. But there's like less of a, let's say, Scandinavian design, or less of a Indian design. I mean, what you could definitely do is look a little bit more into the origins of the dinosaurs, and then kind of try to build something for them. But let's talk about the Diplodocus, for example, or the Brachiosaurus. Like, oh my god, these are huge animals. What kind of architectural style would you go for? And this is something I would love to ask you guys. Do you have any ideas what could be working and whatnot? Because again, I would love to test something, but I'm not too sure what works, except some, let's say, local things, like just the Canadian bit I did, or the modern-esque, build. I'm not really sure. I mean, you can always get creative, but in a way, there is like kind of a limitation to it, I guess. But, I want to hear your opinion on that one. Do you think we can go crazy and make some like Martian terrain with some dinosaurs in there, or, go for a, I don't know, maybe jungle tree houses, or what else do we have in there? Disney-ish castle build, even though I have no clue what kind of prehistoric animal would go in that one. Maybe the saber-tooth, though, and we can make the Aladdin castle from Aladdin, of course. I mean, that could be working. And then we can call it Jasmine, whatever. This is going to be the bridge over here. Why I have the name for this thing is going to be the Nasutoceratops bridge. And this one has now the mulch on it, or like the, what is this, dirt things, pieces, which we're going to delete. For some odd reasons, they couldn't traverse that, but they could traverse the concrete below. So, well, I left it, and now we have a working bridge design, which is kind of cool. And I'm really looking forward to see the animals using it a bit more in the future. As of now, since the navigation and stuff is very basic, they do use it, but it's not like, you don't have any enrichment items to make them go somewhere, You just have to hope that they do. But it's looking cool. It's looking nice, and it's really cool. The bit it is. Now let's say this is it for my commentary, because now we are doing, in the next couple of minutes is just like finishing the habitat, doing some terrain work and stuff like that, and then we will jump over into the real-time part. But please, if you want to help me also grow the community and grow the channel, you can do several things. Like, first of all, you can like the video because that helps. You can comment the video, helps as well, or you can subscribe if you haven't already. That's completely for free. I mean, it's weird that you have to say that these days, but it is definitely for free, and you just get the notification whenever there's a new video, and that's kind of cool. Or if you are really into it, you can join the Discord. No, it's not even a Discord anymore. I'm a bad person. The Gilded, the link's in the description, and yeah, in the Gilded you can also talk to other like-minded, this is the way you say that, and talk about games like that, or Planet Zoo, or Planet Coaster, or just fool around in the memes category as always. Or look at the animals, cute animal pictures we have in there as well. Anyways, that's about it. Just a little self-advertisement here, and now we jump over into the real-time part. So see you over there after the cut. Alright, there we go. Here we are in game. You can see, oh my god, this park is already quite a little bit more filled. And you can see this land bridge over here. I think it's fairly decent from positioning because it is very well hidden. I mean, I did it on purpose, but I just want to show you how well it is hidden here to the right hand side. So we do still have this wonderful view into the Lost World. Also, I don't know what's going on here with the anti-aliasing. They improved it, they said. I mean, they did. Did I change the setting again? I'm not really sure why. Let me just see. TAA, FFA. I'm not really sure which one I should use. Let's say FXAA. I have no idea which one is the best. That one looks kind of decent. We don't have the bleeding too much around the trees anymore. I think that one looks a little bit more smooth. Yeah, and if we go around the corner here, you can see this is where the bridge kind of appears, but it's not like in your face. It's very nice and subtle. The lines are really nice in here. And if we look a little bit more, if you take this side over here, you can still see the trailer hanging around. You can still see the bridge, and this is where the restaurant sits really nice and flat in that area. The bridge is still the star of the show, which is kind of the idea. And if we go a little bit more over here, I can show you a tiny bit more. This is oh, look at that. This looks kind of neat. We have our friend over here. We do have the restaurant on the left hand side. You can see the people walking by, and you can actually tell, look at that, there's one. It's chilling on the bridge. Nice. But you can definitely tell they are able to move over. I'm going to show you in a second also in game with the which is still, it still is just kind of a little buggy, that they said, the developer said it's still buggy, but we do have a navigation overview of the animals, and you can see that they do move there. And then this is where the restaurant sits. I do have to admit though, I have no clue how exactly they're going to use it. I saw them walking up here already. The problem is, I think they don't really have a reason to go there yet. So what I would need to do is like bring all the animals over to this side, and I think then they will be going there. But apparently it seems to be enough for them to stand over here and have a look, and that's about it. Again, I'm not sure if I need to delete this boulder over here to grant them a little bit of a better view over here. While I went back to the menu, they are just all standing still for whatever odd reasons. If I click the animal here, you can see, and it's going in overview, animal, there you go, navigation, you can see they are simply able to move over the bridge. They can't really move that far over here, which is bullshit. They can, because if I click that one, you can see it renews the traversable area, and then it goes to here. It's a little bit of a weird thing, because I think they only have the traversable area for dedicated space. And if I click on another one that is closer to the bridge, do we have one which is closer to the bridge? That one maybe. Let's have a look. What about you? Navigation, and then you can see the bridge is kind of covered. I think they have to just get closer, and then that's what's happening. But yeah, this is how it all works, and fun, but it does actually work, so that's kind of cool. Can I also just take a guest, by the way? No, I can't click a guest anyhow. Ah, dang it. Shall we just quickly test what happens if we move all of them over? Let's quickly, whoops, come on, do this. I'm gonna move you over as well. You can move here. Did I miss anyone? Oh, 2 of them actually. So there you go. We are going to move you also in the back. And I'm very sorry to Igasho. Igasho, you Japanese one? Igasho, I'm gonna move you here. Did I miss anyone? Not really though, right? Oh, there's one moving back. No, 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 Zelda, you don't do that. You don't do this. You're going to go to visit Link. There you go. Now we put them all there. And again, I have no clue if this is helping the people to go actually and visit. I'm just going to speed up the process and see if they finally move up to see the animals. Not really though. I mean, no one is coming straight over here. Are they just crossing all the bridge now? Just like, hey, you know, I'm out of here. I'm going over. Yes. I mean, now finally you at least see that they can use the bridge, which is dope, which is cool. That works like a charm. Really good to know that the animals do have a, you know, quite decent navigation AI, that they do this. People don't go, I mean, I swear, I saw them going up here the stairs. They seem to work, and yeah, so it doesn't really seem to be a big issue. I might just want to put a T-Rex in here again to make them move, because this is exactly the same I did over here as well. You know, no one actually went to see these animals over here. No one went into these things until I put a T-Rex in, and then it worked. So it's actually weird. Maybe we have to get a bit more of a exciting animal in there, and then the people actually do have a look. Anyhow, so, you know, I'm not gonna stress it too much. It's just a test build, and it's looking nice. It's working. It's fine. There we go. How many of these animals are back? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, they all crossed the bridge already. Decent. Okay, cool. Let's keep the speed low again, because that's just kind of annoying, little minions running around. Now what we will do, there's one more episode left before we do a big tour, and what I will do in this one episode is pretty straightforward. I'm going to remake this area a little bit. Not gonna be I'm not really the biggest fan of this area, not gonna lie. I will actually make this a way better viewing opportunity for the guest. I have a better idea how to do this. And then I will redo this habitat for the edmontosaurus. It's rather small, so I'm going to enlarge the habitat towards this backside area here. And I will change my backstage access a little bit, because that's just cosmetic. And so I will treat it just cosmetic to make this all sit in here a little bit better and really drag out the habitat to this side, so that we actually have another viewing in the middle here. And what I also will do is I will basically fill this all in here with excuse me, I will fix this as well, it seems. This is kind of weird. I didn't know that this works. Okay, I'm gonna fix this situation over here then, and I will fill all of that here with some plants. And yeah, that's basically all about it. This is what our Lost World Alpha Zoo Prehistoric Kingdom will look like, separated by that river, making this all a bit more foresty in the back. I guess also could make some more hilly areas to make this look a little bit more enclosed as well. And I'm gonna make the backstage look a little bit more backstage. And that is about it. So one more episode, one tour, and that is it. But you guys can already help me. Tell me what was your favorite habitat so far, because now as we do have all the habitats, let me just quickly fly over, give you a very brief tour. This is the first one. The Edmontosaurus habitat is a little bit more coastal, a bit more like you know, Caribbean inspired, whatever. Then obviously we have the movie habitat inspired, Lost World inspired trailer T-Rex habitat. This is that one with the canyon, which is now accessible as well. The bridge has to be redesigned, which I'll do. And the next one we did is the Lumbeosaurus Canadian-inspired swampy habitat. As you can tell over here, this was a little bit more inspired by, you know, Canadian swamps. And then we do have the forest, which is for the Styracosaurus. And again, as I said, somewhere over here there has to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex roaming around just to drag the people over. But that one is inspired by the boat scene from Jurassic World, I guess. There's Rexy, by the way. So this is what we did here. And of course, today's habitat is the Nasutoceratops habitat with the bridge crossing into this area. I'm quite a fan of that one, not gonna lie. Oh, and of course, we do have the Microraptor house, which is over here. There's a piece missing. Did I delete this? Okay. Oh, I think I deleted something here. I have to fix that again. Oh boy, that is my mistake. I don't know when this happens. No one saw that, okay? It's not here. It's fixed. Anyhows, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let me know in the comments down below. Again, my question was also about what kind of themes do you think would work in a Prehistoric Kingdom park? And now I wish all of you a wonderful week. You know, stay calm. Times will get better. And also, guys, stay safe, everyone. I talk to you next one, and goodbye.